Welcome to the class. This session is about intermediate code for procedures. So here we are going to discuss about the procedures and their implementations. Here we are using the term that is function for procedure. Okay, so here the term function is used for procedures, and here this procedure or function, it returns some values, right? So let us consider an example. This is the function, and this function have some parameters, that is a1, a2, a3, a4. So how we can write this procedure call? Okay, this is a procedure call, and how we can write this procedure call into a 3 address code instruction. So this is how we can write, that is for parameter 1, then parameter a2, parameter a3, parameter a4. And after these we have a calling function. Okay, so this call is for the function f, and here this f represents the name of the procedure, and this n represents the number of parameters we have here. So this is the call f and n. And the 3 address code instruction is generated for this procedure call. And let us take one example, that is a simple C code where we have a function definition and a function call. So if you look at this example, we have a main function, and this inside this main function we have a function call, that is swap of x comma y. So these are all the actual arguments, and outside this main function we have one more function, that is swap. So this is the function definition. So in this function definition we have the formal parameters, right? So this has some set of statements here. So this is what the function definition and the function call. And now we'll see how to write the 3 address code instructions for the given statement or for the given function call. So in 3 address code function call, okay, in 3 address code a function call is clear into the evaluation of parameters. That is here we can say, so this is a calling function and this is the called function. So in this 3 address code we also have the function call as well as the called function. So let us see for the function call. So this, let us take this example. So in this function call, here this function is calling and the function contains parameters, that is array of integers. So here a is array of integers and f is a function. So here this function is from integer to integer. Okay, and that is here after this function will return some value, and that value will be in the form of integer. So this returned value will be stored in the n, okay, which is again an integer here. So the 3 address code for this can be written like this. So in the first instruction we have t1 is equal to I star 4. So here we just calculated the value of I, that is here we have I, right? So here we are calculating the value of I, so which can be passed as an index value for this array A. Then in the second instruction t2 is equal to A of, so for this I we calculated I star 4 and that will be taken inside this t1. So here we have A of t1, that is array of t1 which is in t2 now. Then after that, so this is a parameter. So A of AI is a parameter for a function here. So param t2. Now we have a function call, right? So here t3 is equal to call function comma 1, and this value is nothing but the number of parameters we used here. So here we have only one parameter. We are passing only one parameter here. So here we are calling it as call f comma 1. So which is again the calling function will return some value, and that return value will be stored in t3. Now we have the expression n is equal to this function. So this return value will be stored in n, that is assigned to n. So here we are assigning t3 to n, right? So this is the 3 address code for this given function call. So these 2 lines, first 2 lines actually compute the value of the expression A of I. Okay, so these statements are used to compute the value of expression A of I, and then this will be stored into the temporary variable t2. So let us take these productions. So these productions is with function definition and a function call. So here we have both function definition as well as function call in these productions. Here this non-terminal D is actually for declaration, and this is for type. Okay, so here we have declaration and this is for type. First, in this declaration statement, here we are going to define the function. Okay, and this is nothing but the type of the function, and here this id is the name of the function. Okay, and here inside this parenthesis we have arguments, that is parameters for the function, and this is the code that is to be executed for this function. Okay, so see a set of codes that will be executed for this function, and that is given inside this curly braces. So this is the declaration statement which defines a function with the type and name and the parameters and with the statement, block of statement to be executed. And coming to this function, so what this function contains is, this function contains the type and the name of the function. Okay, and it can be a sequence of functions. So then coming to yes, so here this yes is a statement that is code. Okay, so which consists of some set of statements here, and this will actually return the E. So here E is nothing but the expression. So the production yes adds the statement, and this will return some expression, that is value of an expression. And when you come to this production expression, so here this expression adds some function call. Okay, so here we are adding function call with the actual parameters. So here this A represents the actual parameters, and this actual parameter can be generated by this non-terminal A. So this contains a function call, that is function name with some actual parameters. And coming to A, the production A, so here the actual parameter can be generated by the expressions. Okay, so with the expression we are having the actual parameter, and we have some sequence of parameters. Okay, so let us take an example, that is we have a function called swap, so which contains two parameters x comma y. So here this actual parameter is actually A. Okay, so here we are generating the parameters with this production A, and this production is capable of generating some expression. Okay, that can be anything, and when we give like this, so it generates sequence of expressions, that is x, then we have y, also we can have z. So likewise we can have number of parameters, sequence of parameters here, right? So this is the productions for the function definition and function call. So this is the intermediate code for procedures. This is how we can construct the tree address code for the procedure call.